Yo, you know what it is. Welcome back to Raw and Uncut, raw reaction, raw content. Today, as you see on the screen, I want to do a reaction to something that I found not too long ago. And I remembered seeing this back in the day, but I only remember seeing it like once or twice. And it's a rare Eazy E commercial during the time of the beef between him and Dr. Dre. First, for those watching, thank you for watching, thank you for liking, thank you for subscribing, thank you for being here. Thank you for taking your time out to watch what I gotta say or listen. And yeah, I appreciate it. And we're gonna smoke this one for the hip hop thugsta, the godfather of gangster rap. Dr. Dre got his star on the Walk of Fame today. Congratulations to him. But this video is about Eazy E. And what I want to talk about is people never give him enough credit as a rapper or as a mogul. Everybody likes, the narrative is always, it's been negative stuff, right? Regardless of what other people say, it's what Dre and Cube said, it almost stuck to him, like to the time that he died, regardless of whatever business doings he had with other people or other business ventures he had. Hey, shh. And so what I want to talk about, hey, chill out, guys. You guys just chill out. I'll let you out in a few minutes. My dogs know the female dog's out over there next door and they want to go play over there in the fence. You know how these male dogs are when the females are in heat, right? Here's a drink real quick. Hey. And so, hold on real quick. Let's pause real quick. Hold on. All right, we're back. Now, the thing is with Eazy E, see, nobody gave Eazy, and I don't mean nobody because there are a lot of people that do. But the narrative, most people don't talk about Eazy E's marketing skills. Like the way that he knew the music business, how he learned it and who taught him, right? And it was a process, but he was very, very successful. Very successful, right? And he used a multitude of characters, let's say, you know, people. He had Dre doing the beats, Ran, Cube, DOC writing, all that stuff. I'm sure that was Dre's idea. But the man fueling the energy, the look, the money, and the sound. And when I say the sound, I don't mean the production from Yella and Dre, where Yella said it was mostly Dre and Yella was backing up on stuff, and Yella put his little twist on things. When I spoke to Yella, I asked him about that. He said a lot of it was Dre, and he would, you know, Yella was the knowledgeable DJ as well, and he did his thing, and I loved his production. When he started doing his own stuff after Dre left, I became a straight up DJ Yella fan, and I told him that when I met him, both times I met him. But anyways, the thing about Eazy during this beef is he went hard at Dre, and Eazy had most of the Compton streets when it came to Crips, right? And Dre was over there with Suge and them, mostly Bloods, some Crips when it comes to, you know, Snoop and Nate and Corrupt and them, the Dog Pound, but really mostly Bloods. And it's weird because Dre, for wanting to get away from everything the way that he said he did, he didn't mind when Suge had to become the thing to come between him and Eazy E so he could get out of his contract. Granted, he still had to pay Eazy E 25 cents a copy off of everything he sold, anything that he produced over there at Death Row, the Chronic, Doggy Style, whatever. You know, Eazy E was getting money from that. So Dre just stopped working, basically, right? He really wasn't doing much. He broke off and went into the Aftermath. And that really didn't do anything. He was over there kind of with the East Coast cats. If you remember, he basically left the West Coast for dead. That's my opinion. Of course, he's not looking at it like that. He's just getting away from everything. But, you know, that was just my little 2 cents on that. Is Dre didn't like it when it wasn't convenient for him. But let's go to Eazy E. The sound of NWA was Eazy E. You cannot have NWA without Eazy E's voice. People want to say he had this person writing for him. Oh, he had Cube writing for him. You know, he had Tretch writing for him. Mac 10 even wrote a song for him. He had Gangsta Dresta wrote for him. Oh, so many people wrote for him. So many different people produced for him. No matter what he was doing or what he was talking about, he pulled that song off. Many different producers, many different ways of production, style, sound, and Eazy pulled it off. Now, there were some songs that I didn't like, but there was a lot of bangers after Dre left. And I think that people sometimes want to push a narrative like once Dr. Dre left Ruthless Records, that Ruthless was kind of fucked. They don't talk about Bone. They don't talk about HWA. They don't talk about BG Knockout, Dresta. They don't talk about Cocaine. They don't talk about Code 187, Above the Law. They don't talk about nothing really that would show you that Eazy E knew talent. Eazy E was the guy that could either talent, he had the vision, he had the idea for the way they should look, which is his image, the way they should sound, etc., etc., etc. He knew all that. People don't ever give him the credit for it. What he did with Ruthless Records, Barb, whatever the contracts were and all that, I don't know. And of course, people will, well, if you don't know, shut the fuck up. But I know at that point, if you're really that tight, you know, then what is it? What is a few, you know, if you're already getting $75,000 check, you didn't even let 6 months or a year pass by for royalties to kick in, you know, but it could have been avoided and maybe it wouldn't have been this way. But let's get into this commercial. And let's get moving. I've been talking a lot. Let's get moving. It's a real short commercial. And then we'll talk about it. All right? All right.
Hey yo, doctor, here's another proper track in his back. Watch the sniper. Time to pay the piper. And let that real stuff evoke. See, you don't wanna be low. Can you get smoked? And I hope that the fans understand when you talk about spraying me. The same records that you're making is playing me. Mother Dre, mother Snoop, mother Death Row. Yo, and here comes my left blow.
Gangsta Dresta, I heard it was some fools frontin' like gangsta.
Ain't broke a law in your life. And every time you rap me up about the guns and knife, just take a good look at the brother and you'll capture the fact that the master is simply just an actor.
Hey yo, knock, let 'em know.
It's the knockout definition, original baby gangster. Approach me like you hard little buster. I'ma bank ya, shank ya with my damn shank if I have to. Dr. Dre and Snoop Doggy, y'all are really actors.
Sorry, it was almost over, but I had to stop it right there because look how hard he was coming at Dre. Look at the things that he was saying, how hard he was coming at him. People always talk about, oh, but there was no real beef. Oh, when they seen each other, this and that. That was when he seen Cube. He didn't run into Dre like that. After a certain point, Dre was kind of just like, fuck him, I'm out, and fuck Suge. Right? Because once he said fuck Suge, Eazy was already gone. Right? So, but yeah, I mean, Eazy was coming at him hard. He was taking his pockets, you know what I mean? He was spitting some real stuff. And he was being successful, but I think that there's a narrative out there that he wasn't as successful as if Dre would have been there. Maybe so, but everything had to happen the way it did so we could have what we have. You know, don't get me wrong, I'm not dumping on Dre. I'm not shitting on Dre. I'm just calling this what it was, a ball to a ball, strike to strike. Dre's gone on to be what he is. He's the man. No one can say any different. But see, Eazy E was already that man back then. That's the thing. When Eazy died, he was what all these guys took years to become. Some motherfuckers took 20 years. Eazy was already there. He was already the man. You see what I'm saying? But people don't give him credit for what he did for the game. He created an avenue to generate money with a certain kind of music, but also a certain look. And it was, you know, tailor-made for a certain group of inner city individuals, kids, because I was 13 years old when I started hearing Eazy and NWA, and it influenced me heavily. But the Raider hat influenced what I drank, and I'm a Mexican, but for some reason Budweiser was nasty to me, and I would drink OD like it was fucking water. Couple 40s of OD, 2, 3, and I get real fucked up back then as a kid. 2 was good. But you see what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. It's just, I just think Eazy E deserves more credit in the short amount of time, just like Pac. Eazy, in the short amount of time that he did what he did, it propelled a lot of people to superstardom. Because there was nobody in the game that was going to give the artist freedom to be creative however they wanted and say whatever they wanted. It wasn't really like that back then. So a lot of people don't know. Eazy went against the grain anyway, did it anyway. Him, Two Live Crew. There was a few people that were cussing at that time. You know, a lot of rappers, and a lot after that, a lot of rappers, DJ Quick, Spice One, a lot of rappers at that time started cussing all at once, right? Late 80s, early 90s. But I just remember the feeling of what Eazy E's voice, the energy that it was. Eazy had that voice. And I don't think they also give him enough credit for his voice. Yep, he wasn't a rapper. Dre taught him to rap. But the thing about Eazy is he had that distinct voice that no one else could copy. No one else could copy. And I really wish we had more of him and DJ Quick together on tracks, because it was gold when it was. My next reaction is going to be Penthouse Players Click, and that was the project with Eazy E, DJ Quick, Player Ham, and Tweed Cadillac. That was an album that came out in 1992, and it's called Paid the Cost. Was the name of the album, but the single was called P.S. Fuck You Too. When it was edited, it was P.S. Play You Too. But to me, this is one of the hardest songs that was slept on at the time. And it's still slept on by a lot of people. People talk about West Coast, East Coast rap and battle and all that or whatever, beef. Eazy E and Quick and all them were going at the East Coast around a little bit before, around the same time, that even before Cube and them were. Because Cube was out there with the Bomb Squad and all them. So he wasn't going at them like that. Right? But let's just get the end of this commercial in, and then we'll talk real quick. I'll let you guys go. All right. Raw and Uncut. Rare Eazy E commercial.
It's on, Dre. In stores now.
So yeah, man, that was the ending. But you see, no one thought like Eazy. No one had the vision that he had at the time. They didn't have the money that he had that he generated. He springboarded a lot of people's careers, and he gave an avenue to people that didn't have it before. And I don't think he celebrated enough. I don't think people celebrate Eazy E enough for what he did. A lot of people want to always bring up, oh, he screwed Dre, he screwed, you know what? What they had was it'll never be repeated again, and it was gold in history. But Eazy E, we'll never see him as an old man. We'll never see him as an old man in a hospital. We'll never see him anywhere accepting these awards or nothing. But best believe, when they're accepting those awards, they do give it up for Eazy, but know that they know even more so how much of an important role that he played. And I believe lately, you know, Cube and Dre have been saying more of that, which is cool. Because back years ago, none of them said anything, right? But for me, Eazy E was always, he was the man. There was the sound, it was the look. I could relate to it because that's what we looked like in our hood growing up. All I saw was Ben Davis, Dickies, 501s, white tees, baseball caps, Nike Cortez. That's what I wore. That's what I was wearing. Dickies, black Dickies with the Nike, black and white Nike Cortez white t-shirt, hair slicked back. And we start hearing dudes from Compton, and they're black dudes, but it's the same struggle. So they were like the soundtrack. Eazy E's voice was like the soundtrack for those years. Just his voice. His voice was everywhere. You know, Eazy E, and then NWA, and then another NWA album, and then his own stuff. So I don't think he gets the credit that he deserves, man. This guy definitely was gone too early, but we'll always remember him like this, right? We'll always remember Eazy like this. Let's see. We'll always remember him like that. See what I'm saying? Always gonna remember Eazy E like that. Hey, Raw and Uncut, Raw Reaction. Thank you for watching. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for liking. We're gonna be out. I'll be back at you soon with another video. Please come back. You know what time it is. You know how we do it. Yo.